I don't really think about a fan base. I don't really think about it as a career path. I kind of look at it as just sharing like my experience, running it up the flagpole, seeing who salutes, and just doing, it's kind of like, I think the songs that made it on my album were the songs that I felt like I've had people have personal experiences with, that have asked about the lyrics, who've had, it just felt like, if I'm going to do this, go through with this big experience. And we had like 19 different musicians on the album. We recorded, like 3 or 4 times a week for like 3 months. I got to play with some people who I idolize. That was over a year ago. A lot of those guys, one of them was out on the road playing major festivals and one of the most highly regarded bands in the country right now. The drummer who played on the album, Corey Wilhelm, plays with Bontino now. Played, 2 sets of Bonnaroo this past year.
Awesome.
Crazy. And so, it was a real, I know I'm jumping around a lot right now, but, just the art, music and collaboration and community, I think that's what's important to me personally. Not building a fan base, not just having those connections.
Just getting out there.
Yeah, just getting it out there. Just the time in the studio. Any musician out there, if you've got 10 songs and you can get your budget together to do it and enjoy it and embrace it and cherish those times and don't look at it as a job. Look at it as just part of your experience. I had so many beautiful, beautiful times with people who are, we're new friends and we're now close personal friends, and people would stop by the studio just to kind of check it out. And we had, the most magical part of it was just those things that we wouldn't plan on. I had 3 singers come out one day to all record different tracks and different things, and we're all just kind of fooling around and just listening to some of the tapes or whatever. And we had this wild idea to do like a doo-wop, backup vocal section. And the 3 of them, went outside and 15 minutes came back with this 3-part female vocal harmony that just defined like what the song is. It just gave it this pulse and this thing that just came out of laughing together and sharing together. And I'm not really the one to talk to about like building your fan base and doing this professionally, because I just love it. I love every time I sit down with someone to play music or to write. Writing together with somebody is one of the most enlightening experiences I think you can have. But yeah, I think it's all just about the community.
Getting out there
your
and
fan
getting
base.
involved.
Yeah, your fan base, bringing people in, making people feel welcome,
Yeah.
just like you would be hosting someone at your house. If you can make people feel warm and listen and pay attention, and make that a experience that's shared back and forth between you and your audience, I think that at whatever level you're at, you've accomplished something.
Patrick, has there been any science or method to the madness of building a fan base?
Well, I think I totally agree with Joe. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but it's connecting.
Right.
Connecting with people, either whether it's through their through their ears and their eyes at a gig, in their hearts, and then nurturing that sort of connection you've made through your emails and your websites and all the different ways with Facebook and stuff like that. I'm not afraid at doing that, because to me it's like I would much rather just keep playing gigs and I'll send out the emails, but I'm such a bad Facebooker. And I know some musicians just work it so well with the invitations, so I'm still trying to get better at that stuff. But yeah, I mean, regardless of whether it's at the gig or it's on your computer, it's about making a connection. You know, and your decisions, like whether to put what songs you're going to put on the album, stuff like that, definitely are sort of like, inspired by the connections you've made.